Get ready, because it's time for Watertown Aeros baseball.
It's going to be driven into left field, going back. We'll see you later. That one's landed in Kranzberg. Talon Jurgens with the home run. 2-2. That's going to be driven into left field, going back. It's gone. Grand slam for Nate Gray. That is going to be smashed. Right field, going back. It's gone. A walk-off. Watertown will win on a walk-off by Rabine.
Now, let's head to the fields. With the call of tonight's game, here's the voice of Watertown Aeros baseball, Brent Nathaniel.
Hey, good evening, baseball fans, as we get set for game number 2 between Watertown and Marshall, Minnesota. Brent Nathaniel along with you here this evening as Watertown trying to get the sweep over Marshall, winning game 1, 6-2. Marshall in this one will send Stelter, Weedman, and Kraft to do up. Here the first 3. We are on the air just a little bit late. I'm still working on my book, so what I'm going to do is you're going to get the ambient audio while I finish up my book here.
Yeah, down there visiting.
Oh, talking. Oh,
Imagine that. Imagine that.
Oh! Collision there by Bisker and Briggs. And a man is on here for Marshall in the first.
Good, Diane. Hi, Teddy. Bless you. Good, Jerry. Bless you.
Kevin Josh Kraft.
Oh, you were talking about old check.
Okay, my book is done. I think I got everybody in. Now I can actually pay attention to the ball game. Top of the first. 2 on here for Marshall. Game 2 pitcher here for the Arrows is Ashton Rabine. It's Josh Kraft to the plate now here for the Mudcats, I should say. Strike the call. 3-1 to Josh Kraft. With 2 on and nobody outs here in the top half of this first inning. That is going to be smashed. Center field, going to go back, drop down at the wall. Pitkin picks it up, tosses it in. 1 run will score. We'll get a throw to the plate. The other will not score. So there'll be 1 away, but it's an RBI double by Josh Kraft. Stelzer will score. Weedman will be the outs at home. Levi Madertz now to the plate here for Marshall. Defense goes like this for Watertown in game number 2. Dilla is behind the plate. Berg on first. Himmerich second. Briggs at short. Bisker is over on third. First pitch goes down for a ball here to Madertz. Juergens in left. Pitkin center. Olson is over in right. Want to know? In the dirt. 1-1. That one goes outside, 2-1. That is smashed into right field. Tracking it down is Olson. He'll make the grab, the second out of the inning.
19, JR.
2 away. To the plates, J.R. Veerstraet. First pitch. Ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to veer straight back. Brad Gower behind the plates in game 2, and Russell on the field. That is a grounder scooped up by Briggs. The toss across in time. Final out of the inning. 6-3 the final outs, but Marshall gets a run across. They will strand 1 left on bag. We're off to the bottom of the first inning. Marshall on top of Watertown, 1-0. This is Post 17 TV.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger and add chicken McNuggets for $1. Because 6 finals calls for a 6-piece chicken McNuggets. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
At Plains Commerce Bank, we don't just work in your community. We're a part of it. This is our home, where you'll find us lending a helping hand, cheering for our favorite team, or sharing a meal. It's what we do, what we've always done, and we'll continue to be here for you as long as you need us. We're Plains Commerce Bank, committed to our community's future.
Bottom of the first, Marshall on top, 1-0. Brent Nathaniel along with you here, Post 17 TV. Make sure you like and subscribe. That way you know when we go live all season long. Like next Tuesday nights, Brookings in town, 5 at 7 o'clock. The rivalry here on Post 17 TV. And we are your home for the 2025 Class A American Legion State Baseball Tournaments. Every single game of the tournament starting July 29th will be here on Post 17 TV as we team up with Aero TV and KXLG to bring you full comprehensive coverage of the tournaments. Excited to take what we've done the past couple of years here on Post 17 TV and supercharge it the week of state baseball. It's going to be fun.
Getting up game 2 for Watertown. Right fielder number 5, Mitch Olson.
First 3 for Watertown goes Olson, Berg, and Pitkin, followed up by Briggs, Rylance, Juergens, Hemmerich, Dilla, and Bisker. The batting order for Watertown here in game number 2. Pitcher is Josh Kraft here for Watertown as Mitch takes a first pitch ball. Foul the way, 1-1. Defense will go like this. Jensen in left, Wary in center, Cruz in right. Madert's behind the plate, Veer straight over on first, Weedman at second, Stetler at short, Kesselutz on third, and Kraft the pitcher for Marshall. Strike the call there, 1-2 to Olson. It's blue skies off to the south. That's just rain off towards Huron. DeSmits won't get us here in Watertown. Strike the call there, strike 3, and the first out of the inning. Nashberg to the plate here for Watertown. The reason I was so late getting all my stuff done is, well, the commissioner was in town on his way to Millbank, stopping in, seeing the stadium, getting everything ready here for state tournament. But yeah, Millbank has that tournament going on this weekend at their beautiful new facility. First pitch goes down for strike here to Nash. And Watertown will travel to Millbank July 23rd, the final regular season game, as that one goes down for a ball. We'll see that brand new beautiful facility up in Millbank. Ground ball, bobbled there by Kestelutz. He'll still get it over in time for the second out of the inning. 5-3, 2 away. To the plate is Pitkin. First pitch, strike. 0-1 here to Pitkin. Outside, 1-1. Outside there again, 2-1. Ball called there. Ball 4 called. I have it down as that should have been ball 3. And I think he's going to change it. So it should be ball 3. Now we're going to get a conference, and it will. So
Marcus Pickett will return to the plate, 3-1 count.
now they're going to say ball 4. Okay, so ball 4 is called. So based on balls called here, Watertown will get a man on with 2 outs in the first. To the plate is Nate Briggs. I had it down as 3, so that one's going to take a hop past Materton on his way to second. And stopping at second will be Pitkin. So 1-0 here to Briggs. Time is called. Bader going to come out and chat with Kraft here real quick. Get a chance. Make sure you like and subscribe here, Post 17 TV, and make sure you like us on socials too, Facebook, Instagram, and X, and keep on top of what your favorite team is up to. Smacks left field, drops down for a base hit. That's going to score a run. Briggs is on his way to second with an RBI double, and the Arrows have tied it up here in the first.
One scores by the double by the shortstop.
To the plate now is Cato.
Number 16, Caden Rylands.
So 2-out hitting here for Watertown to the bottom of the first. First pitch, strike. 0-1 here to Cato, the DH in game number 2. Strike there again. 0-2 to Cato. Time is called. Ball there, 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3. Drop strike 3 at the final out of the inning. Watertown ties it up on 1 hit and 1 left on bag. We've played 1 complete, tied up at 1 apiece between Watertown and Marshall. This is Post 17 TV.
Your starting lineup for KXLG Radio. Leading off at the front desk, Lori Kane. On the air, your power hitters, Jeremy Herbold, Ben Dilla, Jan Robson, Tim Williams, Gary Weckworth, Robin Givens, Doreen Foster, and Jaden Thomas. If it's news, Steve Jurens hits it out of the park. In sales, your closers, Andy Turback, Ben Dilla, Nicole Kraus, and Brody Reese. And skipper, Melissa Herbold. KXLG, your locally owned community radio station, still undefeated.
At Dakota Bodies, Made to Order is their middle name. They build premium and custom utility bodies for your unique needs. Dakota Bodies goes beyond customization, designing, engineering, and manufacturing service and utility bodies to your exact specifications. If standard isn't up to your speed, they've got you covered. Are you looking to learn more about their custom utility bodies? Visit dakotabodies.com. Good luck to Arrows baseball this season from the crew at Dakota Bodies.
Top of the second inning, tied up at 1 apiece between Watertown and Marshall. Cruz, Maurice, and Jensen due up here for Marshall in this half inning. The 6, 7, and number 8 batters. So Rabine fires in. That is going to be sent into left field. Drops down for a base hit. Cruz going to stop at first for the single. Digging Maurice to the plate now here for the Mudcats. First pitch goes down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Maurice. Strike the call. 1-1. Fouled into the dirt. 1-2 the call. Watertown will head off to Pier tomorrow. Noon and 2 o'clock from Hyde Stadium. Our friends at KCCR Radio will have the call of that one on their YouTube page as that one's popped up. And being tracked down and will end up foul. Count is still 1-2. And we'll be back at it next Tuesday night here post 17 TV as Brookings is in town. The rivalry game at 5 and 7 o'clock. Those are always fun ones. Ground ball. Bisker gets it. Out at no. The out will not be made at second as Himmer couldn't get there in time. And everybody's going to slide over back. Maurice will reach. Cruz will take third. And we play on here with nobody out in the second. Shemp Jensen to the plate now here for the Mudcats. Bunt shown, ball the call. 1 ball, no strikes here to Jensen. Ball to call. 2-0. But show that goes foul. 2-1. Here's the toss. Little dribbler in the infield, scooped up there by Rabine. He'll make the, no, he will not make the out at first. He will reach safely and a run will score, and Marshall will take the lead back 2-1. Jensen runs out the bunt. Maurice to second, scoring Cruz from third. To the plate now, Leighton Wary. Bunt shown, that's going to get behind Dilla, and everybody's going to slide over a bag. So Maurice on third, Jensen on second, so two are in scoring position now for Marshall. Still nobody outs here in the top half of the second inning. Rabine fires outside. 2-0. Bunt shown, foul, it'll go. 2-1. Here's the toss. Strike. 2-2. That is a grounder and blocked there by Briggs, but he'll have no play and a run will score. 3-1 Marshall. Wary will get the RBI single. Maurice will score. Jensen will stay on second back. To the top of the order we go. Second time through the order, it's Andrew Stetler. As Dilla going to come out and chat with Rabine real quick here on the hill. While we get a moment, make sure you like and subscribe here on YouTube. That way you know when we go live all season long for Post 17 TV. And then while you're doing that, why don't you just like Post 17 Baseball on social? Facebook, Instagram, X. Keep on top of your favorite team and what they're doing. Follow Post 17 Baseball. So I'm not sure what just happened. But I do know it's Andrew Stetler at the plate.
This should be the number 9 hitter in the order. How do we announce? The 10 hitter. We got order first, and we got 10 hitter, 11. Let's get this right. Let's get it. I don't have a card. Right here. I just want to get it right once.
Try to get the card right.
Okay, so yeah, I just want to know who he's got so that we get it right. Number 11 is hitting. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
We're just making sure everything is.
So we should now the batter should be the number 1 hitter, right? Is that what you got? We don't have 10 hitters, so he's have 9. Well, there's being DH. Oh, gotcha.
Okay. I think we got everything figured out. Yeah, it completely threw me off too. What happened is they're not DHing the pitcher, they're DHing the third baseman. So the DH is in for the third baseman, so we're back up to the top of the order, and there it goes into right field. Gonna drop down, scooped up there by Olsen. And everybody's gonna slide over a bag. So Stetler will reach, Jensen to third, Wary to second, and we are loaded up here for Marshall. Still nobody out. And now we're going to get a quick meeting of the minds on the mound here for Watertown as now comes Coach Geffrey to talk with Rabine. So while we get a moment, want to thank our sponsors. Want to thank every single one of them that has made Post 17 baseball possible this year, including First Premier Bank, Active Heating, Prairie Lakes Healthcare, Dakota Bank, Lake Area Tech, Tony Arnold Construction, Edward Jones, Watertown Lawn and Garden, William Neal and Company, Dynamic Dental, Rising Star Hydraulic, Relia Bank, Midwest Foam, Persona Triangle, Roy Sports Shop, American Bank and Trust, Pizza Ranch, Wells Fargo Advisors, Four Seasons Small Engine Repair, Dakota Bodies, Van Lacken Orthodontics, KXLG, Plains Commerce Bank, McDonald's, and South 40 Specialties, all supporting the Watertown Baseball Association this season. Eli Weedman to the plate now with nobody out. The bags loaded here for Marshall, top of the second. First pitch goes down for a strike. Weedman reaching a base on balls back in the first. That one's low. 1-1. Fouled away. 1-2. Marshall. Marshall tacked on one in the first, and they've tacked on two here in the second. That is a grounder. Hemerick turns it to second. A relay to first. Double play, and a run will score. So Weedman will be out on the 6-4-3. The out is at second, 6-4-3. Jensen will score. 4-1. So the play now is Josh Kraft. First pitch goes down for a strike. Nope. Wary is over on third. The out was first, 6-4-3, 2 away. There we go. All right, now the book is ready. 1-1 the count here to Kraft. The man in scoring position, 2 away here in the second. Popped up and it will drop down for a single. It's an RBI single by Josh Kraft. Scoring a Wary from third. 5-1 to Marshall. To the plate now is Levi Madert. First pitch goes for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Madert. That is going to be delivered over into right field. That'll be a base hit. On his way to third is Kraft, and he'll slide in safely. Runners are on the corners. Mater's with a single. Kraft all the way around. It's a third bag. J.R. veers straight to the plate. He is the 9th batter to come to the plate in this inning for the Mudcats. 4, 5, 8.
Courtesy running for the catcher is 3. Tyson.
Get a courtesy runner over on first. Luwaugi. Is the courtesy runner over on first. Xavier straight into the batter's box with runners on the corners here for Marshall. First pitch goes down for a strike. Ball there, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Rudder goes, swung on and missed, strike the call. We'll get a throw over to second, not in time, and the runner's going to score. So Kraft will score. Luwaugi to second. 6-1 Marshall. Two and two the count, Severe straight. Count now full, 3-2. That is going to be delivered into right field, and it's going to go foul. Count still full, 3-2. 2 away, Veer Straight's the 9th batter to come to the plate here in this 5-run inning for Marshall. Up high, ball 4. So base on balls, and we've officially batted around the order. To the plate now is Liam Cruz. First pitch goes down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Cruz, who led off this inning with a single. Popped up, left field, it's going back. Juergens going to track it down and get the arrows out of this inning. Marshall bats around the order. They will send a 5 across the plate. Strand 2 on bag. New score heading to the bottom of the second inning, 6-1 Marshall. This is Post 17 TV.
In many sports, a winning team needs strength, strategy, and amazing execution. The same is true for investing. Wells Fargo Advisors is here to help you reach your goals with customized strategies and sophisticated planning tools. Wells Fargo Advisors, professional advice, innovative insights, a team that's invested in you. In Watertown, call Heath Rylands today at 605-882-7145. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer, and a separate non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo Company.
I'm bored.
When you need a little fun, head to the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade. For good food and good times, make it a buffet day and a play day. Have all your favorites and all kinds of fun. Make it a buffet day at the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade.
Looking for a way to show your school spirit and support the Watertown School District? With the Arrow Spirit card from American Bank and Trust, you can do both. Every time you use your Arrow Spirit debit card, a portion of your purchase goes right back to the school, helping fund important programs and activities. It's a win for you and a big win for our students. Visit your local American Bank and Trust at 1715 First Avenue Northeast today to sign up and make a difference with every swipe. American Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Watertown with some work to do here in the bottom of the second inning, trailing the Mudcats 6-1. Juergens, Hemmerich, and Dilla do up here for the Arrows in this half inning as Talon has a 1-1 count. Josh Kraft continues up on the hill here for Marshall. 2-1. Three and one. Fills up the count, 3-2. Base on balls, and Watertown will get a man on here in the second. Drayton Hemmerich to the plate now here for the Arrows.
Brings up second baseman number 7, Drayton Hemmerich.
First pitch. That is going to be sent right past Kestelutz into left field. That's a base hit. 2 on for Watertown here in the inning.
Single for the second baseman.
To the plate now is Ben Dilla.
To the plate, catcher, number 8, Max Dilla.
Excuse me, Max Dilla. You can tell how long I've been doing baseball in Watertown. Been doing it a long time. So Max will step to the plates. First pitch bunt shown. Ball called. Oh, and 1 to here to Dilla. Throw to seconds. Nope. Just keep it Juergens honest. Bunt shown again. Little dribbler down the third base line and goes foul. 0-2 here to Dilla. Time is called. To the count here to Dilla. Kraft steps off, trying to keep everybody honest. 0-2 pitch. Strike is the call. Strike 3. And the first out of the inning. Carter Bisker to the plate now here for the Arrows.
Now batting third baseman, number 4, Carter Bisker.
Sending led off with a Talon Jurgens base on balls. Trayton Hemrick had a single. Max Dilla with the first outs on the strikeouts. Now here Carter Bisker, the number 9 hitter for Watertown. Marshall tacked on 1 in the first. Watertown got 1 in the first, and then Marshall sent 5 more across the plates in the top of the second. First pitch to Bisker. Popped up, and we'll go foul. 0-1 to Carter Bisker. Takes a hop. 1-1. Popped up like the first base line. Coming over is Veer Straits, and he'll make the outs. Second one of the inning. 2-way, back up to the top of the order. Second time through the order. To the plate is Mitch Olson.
Number 5, Mitch Olson.
First pitch, ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Olson, who struck out and is only at bats in the first. Strike there. Or ball called, excuse me, 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1. Two and 1 the count here to Mitch Olson. Ball there, make it 3-1. We play on, it'll be Nash Berg. Base on balls, and we've loaded them up for Nash Berg. 2 outs. Hemmerich to Talon to third, Hemmerich to second, Olson to first, and here comes Nash. Let's see if we can get a Nash smash and get some runs on the board here. First pitch. Oh, that's going to get past Maynard's, and that's going to hit Berg. That's going to walk in a run. So Nash was hit by the pitch, and the runs will walk in. Talon will score. Hemmerich to third, Olson to second. Nash on first, hit by a pitch. 6-2. Marshall still with the lead. Here is Pitkin. Bag still loaded up here in the bottom of the second inning. First pitch goes down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Pitkin. Time is called, and we'll get a quick meeting out there. Make sure you like and subscribe here, Post 17 TV. That way you know when we go live all season long, like next Tuesday nights. Brookings in town, the rivalry game, 5 at 7 o'clock. We'll have the games here, Post 17 TV. Of course, we are your home for the 2025 Class A American Legion Baseball Tournament. Every single game of the tournament beginning July 29th will be here on Post 17 TV as we team up with Aero TV and KXLG Radio to bring you coverage of the tournaments. One-0. Outside. 2-0 here to Pitkin. Bags loaded up, 2 away here, bottom of the second inning. This will have been Watertown's best chance tonight. Swung on and missed. 2-1. Marcus was walked in his last at bat in the first. That is going to get past Maynard's, and it's going to score a run. And Watertown's halfway there. Scoring will be Hemmerich on the wild pitch. Olson to third, Berg to second. Fouled into the nets. Count is even, 2-2. So Marcus represents the tying run here for Watertown at the plates. Here's the pitch. Up high, ball 4. We're loaded back up. To the plate now is Briggs. Tying run sits over on the first bag here for Watertown. Nate's had a double in his last at-bats in the first. First pitch, strike. 0-1 here to Briggs. Still 2 away in the bottom of the second inning. Ball 1-1. Into the nets. 1-2.
Didn't go out. It didn't go out.
Go, Briggs.
Oh, yeah, that kid. Jefferson. Just have two of you guys just sit up there.
In the dirt. 2-2. If we play on, it'd be Cato on deck next. Toss from Kraft. Ball. Full count here to Nate Briggs. Chase that one. No. Run will score. We'll get a drop strike 3. And Briggs will run that one out, and another run will score. So that's going to be Nate's over on first, Berg to third, Pitkin it's his second, Briggs on first. As Briggs will take first on the wild pitch. Here's Cato. First pitch popped up and will go foul. 0-1 here to Cato. Tying run for Watertown. Sits now on second back. Cato's the 9th man to come to the plates here in this second inning. The pitch goes outside, 1-1. That is going to be delivered and caught there by Stetler. What a grab to end the comeback here for the Arrows in the inning. But Watertown sends 3 across the plate. They'll leave them loaded up. We're off to 3. Mudcats still with the lead, 6-4. This is Post 17 TV.
In the heart of South Dakota, where community and traditions thrive, ReliaBank has been a trusted presence for over a century. From our humble beginnings in 1920, we've grown alongside our communities, committed to financial success and community betterment. At ReliaBank, hometown customer service isn't just a promise, it's our legacy. Your success is our success, so let's keep growing together. Today, tomorrow, and for the next 100 years. Experience banking where hometown values still matter.
Rising Star Hydraulics of Watertown specializes in the fabrication of round, shaped, square, and rectangular tube, as well as solid, flat, and channel stock. Rising Star Hydraulics has a core belief of outstanding customer service. You can expect great service on all orders placed. They track your order from purchase to final inspection, even after it's been shipped. Visit RisingStarHYD.com for more information. Good luck to Arrows baseball this season from Rising Star Hydraulics.
At Dynamic Dental, we're here for the whole team. From little leaguers to seasoned pros, we treat your family like part of ours. Cracked a tooth sliding into home? No problem. With same-day crowns, you'll be back in the game in no time. Whether it's wisdom teeth, implants, or dentures, our sedation options will keep you comfortable every step of the way. Clear aligners. Straighten your smile so you can remain confident both on and off the field. Looking good on the field starts with a healthy smile. Call Dynamic Dental today.
We begin the top of the third inning with a pitching change here for Watertown. It'll be Max Dilla coming out from beyond the plate. He's going to come out and Cole Hansen will go behind the plates and catch here in game number 2. First pitch popped up and grabbed there by Juergens in left field as Maurice will be the first out of the inning. Shep Jensen due up next here for the Mudcats. Marshall sent 10 men to the plates in the seconds. 5 runs on 5 hits, 2 stranded on back. First pitch goes down for a ball here to Jensen. 2-0. So Ray Bynes' night will conclude after 2 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, and 2 walks. Strike the call there, 2-1 to Jensen. Ground ball playable for Briggs, scoops it up, toss across in time, second out of the inning. 6-3, 2 away. To the plate now, Leighton Wary. First pitch. All the way, 0-1 to Wary. Strike there. 0-2 now to Wary. Ball. 1-2 the counts. In the dirt, 2-2. Strike number 3, and Marshall goes down in the order here in the inning. No runs, no hits, no one left on bag. To the bottom of the third we go, 6-4 Marshall. This is Post 17 TV.
In the heart of South Dakota, where community and traditions thrive, ReliaBank has been a trusted presence for over a century. From our humble beginnings in 1920, we've grown alongside our communities, committed to financial success and community betterment. At ReliaBank, hometown customer service isn't just a promise, it's our legacy. Your success is our success, so let's keep growing together. Today, tomorrow, and for the next 100 years. Experience banking where hometown values still matter.
Rising Star Hydraulics of Watertown specializes in the fabrication of round, shaped, square, and rectangular tube, as well as solid, flat, and channel stock. Rising Star Hydraulics has a core belief of outstanding customer service. You can expect great service on all orders placed. They track your order from purchase to final inspection, even after it's been shipped. Visit risingstarhyd.com for more information. Good luck to Arrows baseball this season from Rising Star Hydraulics.
At Dynamic Dental, we're here for the whole team. From little leaguers to seasoned pros, we treat your family like part of ours. Cracked a tooth sliding into home? No problem. With same-day crowns, you'll be back in the game in no time. Whether it's wisdom teeth, implants, or dentures, our sedation options will keep you comfortable every step of the way. Clear aligners. Straighten your smile so you can remain confident both on and off the field. Looking good on the field starts with a healthy smile. Call Dynamic Dental today.
We have Watertown left fielder.
Bottom of the third inning, 6-4 Marshall here, game number 2. Brent Nathaniel along with you this evening. Post 17 TV, it's Juergens, Hemrick, and Dilla due up here in this inning of work. First pitch into Juergens goes in for a ball. Josh Kraft continues up on the hill here for Marshall. 2-0 the count. Oh, beamed him. Watertown will get a man on here in the bottom of the third inning. Trayton Hemrick could do up now here for Watertown. And we are going to see a pitching change for Marshall. We'll find out who the new pitcher is next. This is Post 17 TV.
William Neal & Company would like to wish the Watertown Post 17 Legion baseball team good luck this season. Another great team for all your auditing, accounting, and tax preparation needs are the professionals at William Neal & Company, a full-service accounting firm serving the area for over 50 years. Offices located in Watertown and Clark. Give them a call today at 886-6028. That's 886-6028.
Know why you see so many commercial landscapers mowing on a Gravely? Because they like to use the toughest, most reliable lawnmowers. Gravely puts that same ingenuity into each of their zero-turn mowers. From big machines with fully welded tubular frames and deep fabricated decks to smaller, easy-to-maneuver units, when you mow on a Gravely, you feel like a pro. If you're a homeowner who takes your lawn care seriously, there's only one choice: Gravely.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Watertown Post 17 baseball team. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Josh Kraft's night is done after 54 pitches. He'll go 2 innings, 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Logan Felipe is the new pitcher now here for Marshall, leading Watertown 6-4, bottom of this third inning. Brett Nathaniel along with you here tonight. Post 17 TV. Make sure you like and subscribe. That way you know when we go live all season long for Post 17 baseball. So to the plate is Trayton Hemrick.
This place, second baseman, number 7, Trayton Hemrick.
So both teams now into their bullpen for the remainder of the ball game. First pitch goes strike. 0-1 here to Hemrick, who reached in his last at-bat in the second on a single. Popped up, goes foul. 0-2 here to Hemrick. Nobody out, bottom of this third inning, and one on for Watertown. That's Talon Juergens. He was hit by the pitch to lead off this inning. Ball there, 1-2. Swung on and missed, strike number 3, and the first out of the inning. To the plate now is the pitcher, Max Dilla.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 8, Max Dilla.
First pitch. Ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Dilla. Lupe sends in the pitch outside. 2-0 to Dilla. Man on first is Jurgens. That one's outside again. 3-0 to Dilla. Strike. 3-1 here to Dilla, who struck out at his last at bat in the second. Here's the toss. Popped up and playable just off the grass at short, and coming from short will be Stettler, second out of the inning. So there's 2 away. Into the plate is Carter Bisker. Carter flew out at his last at-bat in the second. First pitch. Ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Bisker. We led off this inning. Jurgens was hit by the pitch. Himmerich struck out, and Dilla flew out. Ground ball. Playable there for the shortstop. Toss across, stretching, and got the out there. Veerstraight had to stretch, but it's a 6-3, and the final outs of the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 left on bag. We've played 3 complete, 6-4, Marshall. This is Post 17 TV.
Good luck to the Watertown Post 17 baseball team from Tony Arnold Construction. If you're looking for a general contractor for custom homes in and around the Watertown area or are in need of residential, commercial home, and commercial home remodeling, give Tony Arnold Construction a call at 605-880-8497 or email TonyArnoldConstruction@gmail.com. Good luck to the Watertown Post 17 baseball team from Tony Arnold Construction.
Do something to launch your future at Lake Area Tech. It's a living, working, thought-producing environment to help you level up in the workforce. Combined with hands-on training and real-world experience, you'll be ready to find a high-paying career you'll love right out of school, the way 99% of our graduates do. It's the best return on your college investment, the quickest path to your future success. Lake Area Tech, the start of something new.
You live life on the move. While you determine what direction that may be, we're here to help along the way. So go. Go with values. Go with friends. Go with support. Go with convenience.
Off to the fourth, 6-4, our score. Marshall with the lead. Marshall back up to the top of the order. Stettler, Weidman, and Kraft 2 up here this half inning for Max Dilla. Sends in a first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Stettler. That is going to be delivered down the first base line in foul territory. Will drop foul. 1-1 to Stettler. It's reached twice, both on singles. Seven hits for Marshall, just 2 for Watertown. 1 Watertown error in this game. Ball there. 2-1. Popped up, goes foul. 2-2 to Stetler.
Friendly reminder, please return all foul balls to the concession stand for $1, sponsored by Lake Erie Tech.
That is going to be delivered foul down the first base line. 2-2 to Stetler.
Sponsored by Lake Erie Tech.
Ball there. Full count now. 3-2 to Stetler. That is going to be sent directly into center field. Base hit here for Stetler to begin the fourth inning. To the plate now is Eli Weedman. Marshall tacked on 1 run on 2 hits in the first, 5 runs on 5 hits, sent 10 men to the plate in the second, and went down in the order in the third. That's how we got this way. Weedman, first pitch, strike. 0-1 to Eli Weedman. Reached once, base on balls in the first. He's 0 for 2, though, on the Knights. Throw to first. Now we got a rundown. Stetler on the rundown between first and second, and the out is going to be recorded. A pickoff attempt completed. Max Dilla to Hemrick, to Berg, to Hemrick, back to Dilla. 1 away. Weedman still with an 0-1 count. Toss from Dilla. Goes low, 1-1. Strike. 1-2 the counts. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3. And the second out of the inning. Josh Kraft now to the plate here for Marshall. Watertown won game 1, 6-2. Trying to come back here in this game, number 2. Get the sweep before heading to Pier tomorrow. That first pitch goes out for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Kraft, who is reached twice. Double in the first, single in the second. You go around, he did. Strike. 1-1. Watertown's at Pier tomorrow. Noon and 2 o'clock from Hyde Stadium. Our friends at KCCR Radio will have that on their YouTube page tomorrow. Ball there, 2-1. We're back at it next Tuesday nights. Brookings in town. Rivalry game, 5 and 7 o'clock. We'll have it here, Post 17 TV. Got him. Strike, 2-2. That is going to be delivered into center field. Drops for a base hit. So Kraft has reached 3 times tonight. Levi Madertz to the plate now here for Marshall. Still two-way here in the top half of the fourth inning. Stetler led off the inning with a single, but got picked off at first. Weedman struck out Kraft with the single. Now Madert's here. Steps into the batter's box. First pitch goes outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Madertz. 1 for 2 on the night. Reached on a single in the second, flew out in the first. That is going to get past Hansen. Advancing to second will be Kraft. So man in scoring position here in the fourth inning for Marshall with 2 away. 2-0 the count to Madertz. Up high, make it 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk. So there's 2 on now here for Marshall in the fourth inning with 2 away. We'll get the courtesy runner. Luagi, I believe it is, over on first. J.R. Veer straight to the plate here for Marshall. First pitch, grounder, and into the gap, into center field. Going to be a base hit. We're going to get a throw to home, but sliding in safely will be Kraft. Veer straights with the RBI, scoring Kraft from second, and Marshall tacks on another one here in the fourth. Luagi heads over to second. Still 2 on for Marshall here in the fourth and 2 away. Liam Cruz now to the plates. First pitch goes high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Cruz. 1 for 2 on the night. Reached on a single in the second. Flew out in his second at bat in the second. Ball there, 2-0. Marshall sent 10 men to the plates in the 5-run second inning. Ooh, had to get out of the way. 3-0 to Cruz. Four-pitch walk. And we're going to load him up. Luagi to third, Veer straight to second, Cruz to first. And we'll get a meeting of the minds on the mound here for Watertown in the fourth. 7-4 our score. We led off this inning with a Stelter single, but he was picked off. Weedman struck out, and since then it's been a single by Kraft, base on balls by Madertz, single by Veer Straits, and a base on balls by Cruz. So Deegan Maurice into the batter's box here for Marshall with the bags loaded, still 2 outs. First pitch goes down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Maurice. strike. 1-1 the counts. Popped up, and we'll go foul. 1-2.
Please return all foul balls to the concession stand for $1, sponsored by Lake Area Tech.
Swung on and missed. Trump strike 3. There's the final outs of the inning. Marshall leaves them stranded. They'll send one across on 1, 2, 3 hits in the fourth. We're off to the bottom of the fourth. Marshall on top, 7-4. Post 17 TV.
Between working on our farm and being a surgical nurse here at Prairie Lakes for 43 years, my shoulders have been through a lot. I needed a different kind of surgery. It's called a reverse total shoulder replacement. Different shoulders are different. With surgeons like Dr. Johnston here in Watertown, I didn't need a different city, just a different plan.
Prairie Lakes Healthcare System. Your health, our mission.
At Active Heating, you could say we specialize in comfort, heating and air conditioning, plumbing, air and water quality. Active Heating is ready. Too hot or too cold? Our certified comfort experts for Coleman Heating and Cooling Equipment can help. Don't let a leak drain your bank account. Our plumbers can handle it. Improve your air and water quality with an air purifier and reverse osmosis system from Active Heating, your local Coleman dealer. Active Heating of Watertown and Brookings, your comfort experts.
As one of the nation's strongest financial organizations, First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card have the strength to do good. We support nearly 700 organizations and nonprofits. Our employees give more than 30,000 volunteer hours annually. And we are continually seeking ways to make South Dakota an even better place to live. It's the Premier way. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card.
Bottom of 4, 7-4, Marshall. Watertown will send to the plates. Olson, Berg, and Pitkin here in the bottom of this fourth inning. Logan Philippe continues up on the hill here for Marshall in his relief appearance. Olson 0 for 2, but did reach back in the second on base on balls. First pitch goes outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Olson. Outside, 2-0. Up high again, 3-0. Four-pitch walk. Watertown will get a man on here in the fourth. To the plate now is Nash Berg.
Walk brings up first baseman number 20, Nash Berg.
First pitch, runner goes. Strike the call, throw to seconds, not in time. So Olson will steal, strike the call on Berg. Philippe fires in. Strike. Berg drops in the hole now at 0-2. Cash 0 for 2 on the night. Did reach, though, in the second. He was hit by the pitch. Toss. He's outside, 1-2. Philippe steps off. One-two pitch. Outside. 2-2. Outside, full count now at 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Second straight walk issued in the inning, and there's 2 on for Watertown. To the plate is Marcus Pitkin. Pitkin represents the tying run here, and we're going to get a mound visit by Marshall. While we get a moment, make sure you like Post 17 Baseball on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, and X. Keep on top of your favorite team and how they do. And while you're at it, make sure you like us on YouTube as well at Post 17 TV. That way you know when we go live all season long. Like next Tuesday nights, Brookings is in town. 5 and 7 o'clock is the first pitch there. So the Legion PowerPoints, the latest ones came out yesterday. Top 5 is Rapid 22, Watertown, Yankton, Renner 307, and Sioux Falls East as Pitkin steps to the plates. Philippe kind of slowing things down a little bit on the hill, taking his time. He'll step off. So the playoffs were to start, it would actually look like this. 22 would take on Spearfish. Yankton would host Sturgis. Runner would host Aberdeen. East would host West. That's interesting. Brandon Valley in 320. Harrisburg Gold and Brookings. And Pierre would host Huron. Those would be the matchups if the playoffs were to start, well, today. Of course, Watertown gets the automatic bid into the state tournaments. July 29th through August 2nd here at Stadium. All the games will be here on Post 17 TV. Ball to call. First pitch goes to Pitkin for ball. Runners on first and second. Olson on second. Berg is on first. Both got there on walks. Nobody out. Bottom 4. 7-4 Marshall. Philippe likes to take his time up on the hill. Strike the call, 1-1. The final couple of weeks for Watertown baseball. At Pier tomorrow. Brookings at home on the 15th. Out west, Sturgis on the 17th. Spearfish on the 18th. Swung on and missed, 1-2. And back home for Sioux Falls Post 15 on July 21st. We'll have that one here, Post 17 TV. And wrapping up the year, checking out the new stadium up in Millbank on July 23rd. 1-2. Fouled at the backstop, 1-2. Watertown will be back in the tournament. Took home third place last year. Great showing down in Brookings. Pretty much same team back this year. We're 7 seniors on this squad. 7 kids going to go play college ball next year. Time called. First, Ryland's going to go to SDSU. Hemrick and Reese to Mount Marty. Olson to USF. Briggs to Wayne State. Juergens and Berg to DSU, as that one is going to be popped up in foul territory and caught there by Veer Straits. First out of the inning. To the plate now is Nate Briggs. Briggs represents that tying run here for Watertown. This has been a long baseball game. Marshall's batted around the order. Watertown sent 9-man to the plate in an inning, and that one's going to be popped up left field. Backpedaling is Jensen. He'll find it for the second out of the inning. 2 away. So to the plate now is Cato. Watertown stranded 3 on bag in the seconds. In that inning, they batted around, they sent 9-man to the plates. Watertown got 3 across the plate in that inning and tacked on 1 more in the first. First pitch to be popped up and caught there for the final outs of the inning. By the way, that was a new batter. And that was Cole Hansen. So Hansen will pop out, and Watertown will have no runs, no hits. Strand 2 on bag. We're off to 5, 7-4 Marshall. This is Post 17 TV.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger and add Chicken McNuggets for $1. Because 6 finals calls for a 6-piece Chicken McNuggets. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
At Plains Commerce Bank, we don't just work in your community. We're a part of it. This is our home, where you'll find us lending a helping hand, cheering for our favorite team, or sharing a meal. It's what we do, what we've always done, and we'll continue to be here for you as long as you need us. We're Plains Commerce Bank, committed to our community's future.
Top of 5, Marshall on top of Watertown, 7-4. Jensen, Wary, and Stelter due up here for Marshall in this half inning. Axtilla continues up on the hill for Watertown. Marshall 1 run in the first on 2 hits, 5 runs on 5 hits, and 10 men to the plates in the second. Went down in the order in the third. 1 run on 3 hits, stranded him loaded in the fourth. So we begin the 5th inning of work. The plates. In the low for ball, 2-0. That is going to be delivered into center field. There's a base hit. So Marshall will get a man on. Leighton Wary to the plate now here for the Mudcats. First pitch, bunt shown, pulled back, ball to call. 1-0 here to Wary. Ten hits for Marshall so far tonight. Throw to first is not in time. Bunt showed again. That's going to go foul. 1-1 to Wary. Bunt showed again. It'll be a strike. Runner goes, throw to second, and reaching safely. So Jensen will steal second. 1-2 the count here to Wary. Up high. 2-2. Is action going on in the Watertown bullpen. Ball there, fills up the count at 3-2. Up high, ball 4. Still base on balls, and there is 2 on for Marshall here in the top half of the 5th inning. Back up to the top of the order. This is the 4th time through the order for Marshall. It's Andrew Stetler. First pitch goes down for ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Stetler. He's reached 3 times tonight. He is 3 for 3. A couple of singles, actually all singles, 3 singles. That is going to be smashed into right field. Caught there by Olsen for the first outs. One away to the plates is Weedman. Weedman's 0 for 3 on the night, has reached once on a base on balls back in the first. First pitch swung on and missed for a strike. Ball there. 1-1. That is going to be delivered into center field. Finding it is Pitkin for the second out. 2 away. Josh Kraft now to the plates for the Mudcats. Getting led off with a Jensen single. Wary with a base on balls. Stiller flew outs, and Weedman also flew outs. Kraft is 3 for 3 tonight, and he'll send that one foul down the the third base line. Double in the first, and then a couple singles. Single in the second, single in the fourth. Dilla fires. Outside for a ball. 1-1 to Kraft. Next coming in here in relief, he's at 51 pitches. That is going to be in the gap, left field, base hits. Is it going to score a run? No, it will not. And holding at third will be Jensen. Kraft with a single. Juergens with a great throw on left. Jensen to third, Wary to second, Kraft to first. 2 away, bags are loaded here for Marshall with Levi Madertz to the plate. First pitch, strike. 0-1 to Madertz. 1 for 3 on the night, had a single back in the second. Strike there in the corner, 0-2. That's hit by pitch. It's going to walk in a run there. 8-4 our score. Jensen comes in. Wary to third, Kraft to second, Mader to first. Luagi going to come in. Pinch run over on first. To the plate now, J.R. Veerstraits. Bag still loaded, 2 away, here top 5. Swung on and missed on the first pitch for a strike. Pierce Straight's 1 for 3 on the night. He's reached twice, though. Single in the fourth, base on balls in the second. That is delivered into left field. That'll be a base hit, scoring a 1. 9-4 Marshall. Pierce Straight's with the RBI, scoring a Weary from third. Kraft to third. Waggy to second, and we remain loaded with two-way. And that is going to trigger a visit here from Coach Neal. I believe we are going to see a new pitcher. We will. It's a pitching change. We'll find out who it is next. This is Post 17 TV.
Your starting lineup for KXLG Radio. Leading off at the front desk, Lori Kane. On the air, your power hitters, Jeremy Herbold, Ben Dilla, Jan Robson, Tim Williams, Gary Weckworth, Robin Givens, Doreen Foster, and Jaden Thomas. If it's news, Steve Jurens hits it out of the park. In sales, your closers, Andy Turback, Ben Dilla, Nicole Kraus, and Brody Reese. And skipper, Melissa Herbold. KXLG, your locally owned community radio station, still undefeated.
At Dakota Bodies, made to order is their middle name. They build premium and custom utility bodies for your unique needs. Dakota Bodies goes beyond customization, designing, engineering, and manufacturing service and utility bodies to your exact specifications. If standard isn't up to your speed, they've got you covered. Are you looking to learn more about their custom utility bodies? Visit dakotabodies.com. Good luck to Arrows baseball this season from the crew at Dakota Bodies.
New pitcher is Cooper Heiser, who saw some relief action in game number 1. He'll see some relief action here in game number 2. Dillo will conclude 2 2/3 in relief. 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. 9-4 Marshall, our score here, top of 5. 2 away, and to the plate is Cruz. Fan got hit by a ball, hit by one of the warm-up pitches, and looks to be okay. So we play on. Cruz to the plates. First pitch going to be delivered into left field, drops down for a base hit. And 1 run will score. We'll get a throw to home. Will not be in time. 2 runs will score. Cruz with a 2 RBI single, scoring Kraft and Luaugi in this game, in this inning. It's been a 4-run inning here for Marshall. Deegan Maurice to the plate now. He is the 9th man to come to the plate in this inning. First pitch goes down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Maurice. Swung on and missed. 1-1. That's going to take a hop past Hansen, and everybody's going to slide over. Pierce straight to third, Cruz to second. That is popped up, foul territory along the first base line, and he's going to drop foul.
Another foul ball, another 50
2-2 here to Maurice. Four runs here in this inning for Marshall. 1 in the first, 5 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and 4 here in the fifth. Up high. Full count now to Maurice. If we play on, we'd bat around the order. Shep Jensen would be due up next. Heiser fires. That's ball 4. Going to get past Hansen, and another run's going to score. Veer Straits will score from third. Cruz will head to third. Maurice will walk, and we've officially batted around the order. The second time this has happened for Marshall. They sent 10 men to the plate in the second inning. First pitch fouled into the backstop here. 1-1 to Maurice. Base on balls to lead off this inning. One, two, three, 4 hits for Marshall in this inning. Ball there, 1-1. In total, 14 hits for Marshall. That is going to be a little dribbler on the infield, and there's no play, and another run will score. I think everyone thought that one was going to go foul. It just went up a little too high, and everyone kind of stutter stepped. Maurice will reach. Scoring will be Cruz. Shep Jensen to the plate now. First pitch going to get past Hansen. And everybody's going to slide over a bag. My book is a mess. I will just leave it at that. 1-1 the counts. Big swing and a miss. 1-2. Two and two. Strike. Excuse me. Now it's 2-2. 2 more in scoring position here for Marshall. Ball. 3-2. If we play on, it'd be Leighton Wary. Jensen, the 11th batter to come to the plates in this inning. And he's going to smash that one into center field, going back, and it's going to drop down at the wall. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. On his way to third is Jensen with a 2 RBI triple. To the plate now, Leighton Wary. That is going to be delivered over into left field. Going to drop down for a base hit. That's going to score another run. That ball's going to roll all the way back to the wall, and it's an RBI double for Wary. (16-4). To the top of the order we go, Andrew Stentler. Stentler, the 13th batter to come to the plate in this inning. That's going to be delivered into right field. Going to drop down for a base hit, and just a single there for Stentler. So runners on the corners here for Marshall. Eli Weedman to the plate now for the Mudcats. That's going to get past Hanson, going to score another run. Wary will score. Stentler will head to second back. So 1-0 the count here to Weedman. That's into center field, and finding it, Pitkin will end the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 10-run inning for Marshall. We're off to the bottom of the fifth inning, 17-4 Marshall. This is Post 17 TV.
Oh, wow, look at that mower. It's a Skag mower. Man, that looks like a comfortable ride. The job it's doing on that yard, it's knocking it out of the park. And boy, that mower can move. What I wouldn't do to have that mower.
What's the call, The moment you know you want a Skag. Skag. Simply the best.
In many sports, a winning team needs strength, strategy, and amazing execution. The same is true for investing. Wells Fargo Advisors is here to help you reach your goals with customized strategies and sophisticated planning tools. Wells Fargo Advisors, professional advice, innovative insights, a team that's invested in you. In Watertown, call Heath Rylands today at 605-882-7145. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer, and a separate non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo Company.
When you need a little fun, head to the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade. For good food and good times, make it a buffet day and a play day. Have all your favorites and all kinds of fun. Make it a buffet day at the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade.
Well, Watertown needs to score 3 if they want to continue to play baseball, trailing Marshall, Minnesota 17-4. It will be new batter. It's Ashton Rabine.
Number 12, Ashton Rabine.
Ashton will step in here in the fifth. Logan Philippe trying to close this one out here for Marshall. And ooh, Rabine did the limbo to get out of the way of that one for a ball. Popped up along the third base line, goes foul.
Another foul ball, another 50 cents, sponsored by Lake Erie Tech.
1-1 the count here to Rabine. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Rabine. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3. And the first out of the inning. To the plate. Is Kane Everson. First pitch goes down for a strike. 0-1 here to Everson. Popped up. Playable just off the grass there for Weedman. He'll make the second out. Jackson McClemens due up now here for Watertown.
Number 13, Jackson McClemens.
So Watertown down to their final outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. First pitch gets behind Maynard. 1-0 to McClemens. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Outside. 2-1. That is going to be sent down the third base line, and we'll go foul. 2-2. Philippe fires in. That's going to be fouled into the nets. Count is still at 2-2. Grounder, playable. Third baseman Kestelutz. He'll toss it over. That's the final outs. And Marshall will take game number 2 by a final of 17-4 and split the series. Watertown taking game 1 6-2, but falling in, Watertown taking game 1 6-2, but falling in game 2 17-4. Taking a look here at our post-game statistics. We'll first start out with Marshall. Stetler and Kraft with 4-hit nights. Stetler, 4 hits and an RBI. Kraft, 4 hits, 2 RBIs. Wary, Jensen, Cruz, and Vistarates all had 2 hits in the ball game. Weedman with a hit as well. 31 at-bats, 17 runs, 18 hits, 13 RBIs, 6 walks, and 3 strikeouts for the Mudcats. On the mound, Kraft goes 2 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks. Philippe goes 3 in relief, 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. For Watertown, it'll be just 2 hits in the ball game. That goes to Briggs and Hemmerich. Briggs will also have an RBI, 18 at-bats, 4 runs, 2 hits, 2 RBIs, 6 walks, and 6 strikeouts. On the mound, it was Rabine going 2, 7 hits, 6 runs, 3 earned, and 2 strikeouts. Dilla goes 2 2/3 in relief, 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Heiser will go in a third of an inning in relief, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, and 1 strikeout. The line will go like this. For Marshall, 17 runs, 18 hits, and no errors. For Watertown, 4 runs on 2 hits and 1 error in the ball game. The Mudcats take game 2, 17-4, but Watertown splits the series, winning game 1, 6-2. We await the coach. Coach Ryan Neal will join us next. This is Post 17 TV.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Watertown Post 17 baseball team. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC. Good luck to the Watertown Post 17 baseball team from Tony Arnold Construction. If you're looking for a general contractor for custom homes in and around the Watertown area or are in need of residential, commercial home, and commercial home remodeling, give Tony Arnold Construction a call at 605-880-8497 or email tonyarnoldconstruction@gmail.com. Good luck to the Watertown Post 17 baseball team from Tony Arnold Construction.
Do something to launch your future at Lake Area Tech. It's a living, working, thought-producing environment to help you level up in the workforce. Combined with hands-on training and real-world experience, you'll be ready to find a high-paying career you'll love right out of school, the way 99% of our graduates do. It's the best return on your college investment, the quickest path to your future success. Lake Area Tech, the start of something new.
You live life on the move. While you determine what direction that may be, we're here to help along the way. So go. Go with values. Go with friends. Go with support. Go with convenience.
Between working on our farm and being a surgical nurse here at Prairie Lakes for 43 years, my shoulders have been through a lot. I needed a different kind of surgery. It's called a reverse total shoulder replacement. Different shoulders are different. With surgeons like Dr. Johnston here in Watertown, I didn't need a different city, just a different plan.
Prairie Lakes Healthcare System. Your health, our mission.
At Active Heating, you could say we specialize in comfort, heating and air conditioning, plumbing, air and water quality. Active Heating is ready. Too hot or too cold? Our certified comfort experts for Coleman Heating and Cooling Equipment can help. Don't let a leak drain your bank account. Our plumbers can handle it. Improve your air and water quality with an air purifier and reverse osmosis system from Active Heating, your local Coleman dealer. Active Heating of Watertown and Brookings, your comfort experts.
As one of the nation's strongest financial organizations, First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card have the strength to do good. We support nearly 700 organizations and nonprofits. Our employees give more than 30,000 volunteer hours annually. And we are continually seeking ways to make South Dakota an even better place to live. It's the Premier way. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger and add Chicken McNuggets for $1. Because 6 finals calls for a 6-piece Chicken McNuggets. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
At Plains Commerce Bank, we don't just work in your community. We're a part of it. This is our home, where you'll find us lending a helping hand, cheering for our favorite team, or sharing a meal. It's what we do, what we've always done. and we'll continue to be here for you as long as you need us. We're Plains Commerce Bank, committed to our community's future.
Watertown splits with Marshall, Minnesota tonight, so winning game 1 6-2, but falling in game 2 17-4. As we are joined by post 17 coach Ryan Neal. And well, coach, you played the great game in game 1. You get the win there 6-2, but things kind of got out of hand in that game number 2. But you know, let's talk about game 1. Game 1, you really kind of came out. The pitching was great. You really played the complete game in game 1.
Yeah, we did. I mean, as we talked pregame show there, Brent, that we haven't played since July 1. That's a long time in this sport without playing games. So really, to be honest with you, I wasn't sure exactly how we would look shaking off that rust. And I thought we looked really good. Talon was outstanding. He was on a pitch count. You know, because we are going to save him for Tuesday coming back against Brookings. So he just needed some work in to stay sharp, and we decided that was enough after 55 pitches there. And, you know, one thing I thought that was something we've preached, and I think the guys are slowly trying to get it figured out, and some of them still haven't figured it out after 3 years. We love to bunt. They love to bunt, and I think the biggest play of the game was Marcus Pitkin's surprise drag bunt in the first inning.
And you're good at the bunt, too.
Yeah, we can. Yes, we can do it. We practice it enough. Trust me, we do. It's just trying to get it, you know, to them where I don't have to call it, because the more stuff that I have to call and say, you just bring attention to yourself in that surprise moment. So Mookie did a great job of, I think, surprising everybody in the ballpark, because then it forces them. It rushes them. He's so fast. And it kind of set the tone for the rest of the night, and we had an opportunity later in the game. You know, they knew the bunt was coming. They knew the safety squeeze is coming. As we said pregame show, we run a very similar system, and he knew it. So he went out, made a mound visit, and we didn't change anything. But they had to change completely what they were doing, and something they probably don't practice a whole lot, and they run into each other. So I think what we did small ball-wise, running bases in game 1, and then Cooper Heiser was really good in relief there for 3 innings of Talon. And, yes, it was a very good, crisp game 1.
Game 2, things kind of got out of hand there a little bit. You know, one bad thing leads to another bad thing, and that's just baseball sometimes.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't – we didn't help ourselves there. You know, and we didn't help Ashton there you know, we gave him 5 outs in the second inning. We don't get at least 1 out on a double play ball. We throw it away, and we don't feel the bunt, or we field it, but we just don't rush. You know, we didn't have a sense of urgency and took the out for granted, and all of a sudden the guy beats it out. So you can't give them a team like that 5 outs. And we weren't as crisp around the strike zone there. But, you know, that's when it rains, it pours, and it poured on us really fast. I mean, it came down hard. Just like, you know, we thought we had an opportunity to get back in it, 6-4, you know, get 2 outs, they get a 2-out run, and then they get more 2-out runs. And then here in the 5th, they scored, I think, all 10 runs with 2 outs.
Yep.
We're 1 pitch away from, and it was 0-2 count.
Yep.
We're 1 pitch away from getting out of there, and it's 7-4 game. And said they went on a whack fest, and nothing was cheap for the most part. So credit to Mitch and the team for hitting the ball there in game 1. But I told the guys, we got to play better defensively. We just have to be able to do that. And, you know, and that's just the focus of staying in there for each and every pitch.
Well, back at it tomorrow. A couple of league games against an opponent you're very familiar with in Pierre. Games are at 11 and 1 tomorrow at Hyde Stadium. I talked to their broadcaster actually a couple of days ago for Pierre, and he says they've kind of been up and down all year.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what we theoretically would expect with Pierre. I think they're going to rely on their strength of their pitching staff, similar to us. You know, we played them twice earlier in the high school season and won a couple of games. I would assume that we're going to see similar pitchers. They're going to see similar pitches from our end. So it's a thing, like I told the guys, like the past is the past. It doesn't matter anymore. Nothing's for granted. I mean, I'll go. You know, Caden Rylance is going to pitch game 1. He'll be on a pitch count, but he's not going to strike out 19 tomorrow. I said I'll promise you that, you guys. And I said that to the group, and he goes, "No, I'll strike out 20." I'm like, okay, you're on a pitch count, remember. So, which you obviously love the confidence and stuff like that. But, yeah. So, let's just be realistic expectations. That's probably not going to happen again. But, and I'm sure we'll see Ridge and there are other guys there. So, we just have to be ready to play. It's a long bus ride. But the good news is I think the high is only like 78 degrees. So it's not going to be 105 down in that bowl and sunny in Pierre.
I'm telling you, the press box at Hyde Stadium is air conditioned.
Yes, it is.
It's one of the best press boxes in the States.
I like running Game 2 lineup card up there instead of them coming down to me and getting it. But, yeah, it's going to be a test, as it always is, making the 3 hour. I mean, these guys got to get home, shower, get to bed, get something to eat, and probably got a 5:30 wake-up call. Bus leaves at 6 a.m., so it'll be a really quick turnaround. But I kind of like it. I mean, at the end of the day, if we're going to go out to Pierre, let's get out there. Let's go in cool weather. Go give our best efforts with Cato and Jackson on the mound and, take a couple of days off and, for the weekend to recover and tee it up next week again.
There we go. We'll see you tomorrow as well. We'll actually be back here next Tuesday versus Brookings, so good luck to you tomorrow.
Night.
Yep. Senior night versus
Tuesday.
Brookings. That'll be a good one.
Yes, it will. That's by design.
All right.
Thanks, Brett.
Post 17 Coach Ryan Neal joining us here this evening. Again, 11-1 tomorrow. Our friends at KCCR will have that on their YouTube page if you would like to watch that. Our next broadcast next Tuesday night, Brookings Senior Nights, 5 and 7 o'clock. We'll have those ball games for you here on Post 17 TV. Want to thank all the sponsors because without them, we could not bring you coverage of Post 17 baseball this season. So thank you, local businesses, for supporting Post 17 baseball. I'm Brett Nathaniel. I'll leave you with our final score as Watertown splits with Marshall, winning Game 1 6-2, but falling in Game 2 17-4. This has been a presentation of the Watertown Baseball Association. We'll get you back here next week for more Post 17 baseball.
You've been watching coverage of Watertown Arrows baseball on Post 17 TV. Tonight's broadcast has been a presentation of the Watertown Baseball Association. Be sure to like and subscribe for more coverage of the purple and gold.